Good day, everybody. Jewel here with J7409 Weather. Today is Saturday, the 22nd of June, 2019. We're looking at the GFS map. You can see the timestamp. It's right up in the left-hand corner. We're going to turn it on, and folks, we got all kind of things that are going on today. And I hate to tell everyone, but it's looking like more rain and more flooding. We got a deep upper-level trough for this time of the year. It's going to move eastward from the west into the central U.S. this weekend. Now, it's going to bring a cold front slowly eastward with it. Now, widespread showers and thunderstorms are expected from the plains into the eastern U.S. with these features. Now, today, severe weather is likely for the southern and central plains where it's an enhanced risk, okay? It's in effect from the Storm Prediction Center, and it's looking like it's going to happen. We have slight risk of both severe weather and more flash flooding. That's in place through the plains, through the middle Mississippi Valley, and into portions of the Tennessee and Ohio valleys today also. Now, through the weekend, 2 to 4 inches of rain is forecast for parts of the southern plains and to western portions of Arkansas. And we've got this, really is a moderate risk of flash flooding that's looking like it's going to be in these areas Sunday, and severe weather's likely there as well. And it's already looking like a big old risk is going to be in place. So please be aware, folks. Now, so far as the temperatures go, we have unseasonably cold temperatures that are expected in parts of western into central United States for this weekend, and it's associated with a deep trough. Now, for the Great Basin to the northern central Rockies and northern central High Plains, high temperatures are forecast. They're going to be anywhere from, it's going to change, folks. It's going to feel a whole lot warmer for you guys in these areas, from 15 to 30 degrees below average. So I don't mean warmer, I mean colder is what I meant to say. That's going to be a lot, 15 to 30 degrees below average today, and 10 to 20 degrees below normal tomorrow. We got freeze warnings that's in effect for parts of Nevada and Wyoming, and the snow remains possible in the higher elevations of the west, especially in the central Rockies, where several inches of snow is forecast, with lighter additional accumulations elsewhere in the northern Rockies and Tetons. Winds, gusty winds, dry fuels, and low relative humidities, that's going to all combine up to create conditions that are very favorable for fire weather for much of the southwest to the southern high plains this weekend. Now, it's looking like that chance for fire danger in these areas will be all day today, along with the possibility for some dry thunderstorms to move through, okay? Now you're saying, along with the possibility for dry thunderstorms, what does that mean? Well, you might get a little bit of rain, but it's not going to be that much. You have this fire danger. North Central California also has an elevated risk of favorable fire weather conditions today, and this risk is going to remain tomorrow for all of New Mexico. Now, as we check out the tropical weather, we only have one disturbance that looks like it's going to make up. It's still, of course, in the eastern Pacific, and it looks like it's increasing its chances, and it has indeed. It's still a low-pressure system, and it is expected to form several hundred miles south of the southwestern coast of Mexico in just a couple of days. Now, gradual development of this low is possible thereafter, and a tropical depression could form while it moves west-northwestward away from the coast of Mexico through the middle of next week. Now, in 48 hours, it's 0, and coming up in 5 days, it's gone from 10 to 20 to 30, and now today, Saturday, in 5 days, it has a 50% chance of forming into something. Nothing in the Central Pacific, nothing in the Atlantic at this time. I'll keep my eyes on this and everything in all bodies of water for tropical things to maybe start forming. Do not worry. Now as we check out the categorical map for the severe weather today, folks, it just won't give it up with all of these pressures working the way that they are. Now, severe storms are likely today across parts of the Great Plains from Iowa to Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, also from the mid-Mississippi Valley southeastward into the southeast. Already this morning, we're having severe thunderstorms all up and down in these areas right in here, from South Carolina and parts of Georgia. Also, some of them have already crept up into parts of North Carolina. So these storms are going to materialize today, so please go ahead and be ready for them, especially right here from parts of the Texas Panhandle up into Kansas and a large portion of Oklahoma. Everywhere you see the green, even up here when we get to Massachusetts, Maine, everywhere in the Northeast, you could have some thunderstorms happen today, all the way across till we get to Idaho, and as far down as Texas and in Florida. But in these areas right in here, especially the dark green and the yellow and the orange, please be aware, okay? Please be aware now. As these storms congeal from Oklahoma into southeast Kansas during the early evening, wind damage is going to be a big threat. It should increase. I'll show you that in a moment. Now, the wind damage threat in the early evening is much greater than it's going to be for the rest of today, okay? Now, large hail, it's going to be with these storms also, especially right in this area. Now, as we head to the mid-Mississippi and Tennessee Valley areas right on into the southeast, any storms that can organize a cool pool will likely have wind damage potential. Now, you need to pay attention if you're in those areas also, okay? So like I told you, the severe storms have already started popping up. Let's go check out the tornado wind damage and hail percentage-wise in the forecast. Now, when it comes to the wind damage, you can see it's very enhanced. It's all the way up to 30% for Oklahoma and parts of Nebraska. That's a big percentage. When you start seeing those reds, purples, and colors like that pop up, folks, you have a good chance of some wind damage coming your way. Also, this is nothing to turn your nose up at when it's yellow, all in these areas, and everybody else has got a 5% chance. But I'm just trying to tell these people out in these areas, I'd say the red and the yellow, you got a good chance of some wind damage today. Now, when it comes to the hail, 30%, 30% for parts of the Texas Panhandle, up into Oklahoma, moving across into Kansas. 15% for the same areas. Looks like Oklahoma's got a little bit of all of it, from 5% to 30%. This 15% goes up into parts of Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and the Texas Panhandle for the 15%. 5% for everybody else. Please be aware, and remember, if you're out and about today, I know it's Saturday and you're driving, if you're in any of these areas that large hail does happen, please try to find a safe place to pull over, because when hail starts to come down on the highways, it's like driving on marbles. And so far as a tornado that could pop up, well, we have this map here. We got a 5% chances for just a little portion of the Texas Panhandle up into Oklahoma, and in the very, very southern part of Nebraska at 5%. 2% for Georgia, Alabama. 2% in Kansas going up into Missouri, and 2% over here in Colorado. But folks, wherever these storms break out, if you have heat today in your area, you're not under this cold weather or the cold front that's come through. If you have heat, humidity, and dew points that are high, there is that possibility for very severe weather and tornadoes can break out. So just be aware and please stay safe. And that's going to wrap it up for today's weather. Please don't forget to subscribe. I love you so much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for just watching my videos and sharing them. That's so important. We could have some very severe weather breakout today in places. So if you have friends or family and loved ones in any of these areas I've showed you, please share this video with them. Let them be aware of what may happen today. It might not. There is a very, very good chance it could, though. So that helps me to keep people safe, and I appreciate it a lot. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Yeah, it's Saturday. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Enjoy your day. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thank you so much for watching.